What's up, everybody? I'm coming at you today. Got a review. We're going to be shooting from the hip, and we're going to be looking at this PlayStation Portable. I've been playing with it for about a week, seeing what I think about it. And just right off the bat, it all has to do with your internet connection. Now, I got gig internet. We got fiber. It does fairly well. I do notice sometimes I have trouble with my PlayStation with the fiber internet anyways. Once it's on, it seems to suck all the internet out of my house for some reason. It's hard to use anything else. But I did notice I've had a lot of trouble with this. When it works well, it works well. But when it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm going to show some video clips of that in a minute. I have been having some fun with it, though. I am going to be using it. But you're going to have to get over sound kind of popping some and some lag and some fuzziness from time to time. Now, I know I've seen some videos where people's having some really good time with it. I don't know what type of internet they got. I don't know what they did. But my situation has not been that way. And again, I have really good internet. The first video I'm going to show, that's when I had my PlayStation. It was actually using Wi-Fi, and when I had the PlayStation using Wi-Fi, it was really bad. And then I'm going to show another little video where I had my PlayStation hardwired in, and I think I even do the speed test on it. And it kind of shows you how much I've got going down and up. But it's doing better in that second video. So I encourage you, if you're going to use this, you probably want to hardwire your PlayStation. I know it's using Wi-Fi to talk to each other, but mine had a better job when I did that. It did a better job. But as far as the device itself, this thing is clean looking. It's kind of big, but I like it. It looks like something Batman would use. And I think the design looks good. The controls are okay. I'm not the biggest fan of the new DualShock or whatever it's called. But it gets the job done. It's going to be okay. You can find an overview anywhere for these things. I will say on the backside where you charge it, that's really snug. I've had a little bit of trouble getting in there and getting that thing charged. But other than that, I'm liking it. The sound's loud when it works. But my biggest problem though is it just the connection just isn't there for me. And I've used other things. I've actually streamed stuff from the Xbox on my phone and to another computer, and it did just fine. I think PlayStation still has a little ways to go with their streaming, because I know my connection should be good enough to do it. But I'll kind of show you what I got going on. If I was rating it right now for the week I've played with it, it's gonna get a C, probably a low C, just because yes, it gets the job done. The device is very pretty, it's very beautiful, but as far as actually the performance, it's not really where I would like it to be. Maybe I can figure out some settings, try something else, but most folks are not going to do that. You know, people's going to get these for Christmas or for whatever, and they're not going to know how to get in there and open ports and change stuff and do stuff like that. And I can do it, but to be honest, it's a headache, and I don't really want to. When you get something like this, you really want it to work out of the box. And right now, I've had some trouble. But when it does do good, it is fun, and I am going to use it. I'm not going to lie. I'm fixing to play probably some more RPG type games, things like that. I played Spider-Man on it. That's one of the videos I'm going to show you, and I raced a little bit in Gran Turismo, and you're going to see how that goes. You could probably play it. I wouldn't play any online shooters or stuff. I'm sure you could, but I figured the lag will get too bad. I have not tried that. But anyways, I'll show you a couple of these videos, and like I said, I give it would get a C from me. Now, this was the first time I cut the PlayStation Portable on. I tried Spider-Man out, and as you can tell, it's very choppy. It was very bad. Now, this was on the Wi-Fi connection, but the PlayStation Portable was about 2 to 3 feet away from the PlayStation. I did a speed test on my computer, and I was getting 850 down and 760 up. I later did it on my PlayStation, and I was getting 32 down and 17 up on my PlayStation. Again, that was through a Wi-Fi connection, so I don't know. My PlayStation wasn't really pulling the internet very well, but I had like a 80% Wi-Fi signal, so I don't know what the trouble was. Now, this is in a completely different room. It's farther away from my router and farther away from the PlayStation 5. But I now have the PlayStation 5 wired. I did another speed test. It was in the 860 range. Upload was close to 800. And you're gonna see in a minute. I do the speed test on the PlayStation Portable, which it's getting it from what the PlayStation doing. But you can see it's doing a lot better on the wired connection. It's way more crisp. I'm not having any sound issues. But that doesn't last for long, as I'm going to show you. That was my connection. The PlayStation was getting 180 down. Again, that was out of like 860 or 870. And then the upload, I'm fixing to show you here in just a second. I think I'm going to pop it up. It was 17, but I was using the upload. It's higher than that. It was actually around 800 when I did it on the computer. But it started to dip after this, and I wanted to cut it back on just to show you. This was just a minute after I checked that. You can kind of see it's already got blurry again. The sound's still kind of okay, but it's, I'm not a fan of that. But it clears back up, and it does well again. Well, all right, that's kind of what my situation with it is so far. You saw those two games, but anytime I play, it's that. It'll be real nice. It'll look real good for a while, and then it kind of dips, and that could be just anybody's internet connection. It'll dip, and you see the fuzziness and the sound pop, and I don't like the sound doing that, though. That kind of takes me out of the game. The fuzziness, it's all right because it usually clears back up and comes back. It almost seems like it's taking a minute to kind of to catch up. It's lagging, just it's buffering just like anything else does. But as I said at the beginning, I give it overall, I give it a C. I wish it did better. $200. I don't really know if I would recommend it right now. You could probably buy something cheaper and just play on your phone. Some of those things probably do better than what this does. But if they come out with another one and they get these Wi-Fi connections better, it would definitely be a go-to. But if you got some money to spend, hey, go for it. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all have a great one.